Cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Conway, South Carolina, Brooks Stadium, and home of the teal-clad Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida International Panthers, taking on last year's national champion, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Takes a handoff. It's Hicks. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Going to swing it on second down. Pocket breaking down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Fourth down coming up.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2.
Shield! Music no! Music no! Set up! Ready, go!
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Hicks. Still running at the 35. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Tight end now in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
A long way to go on fourth and goal. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. And that field goal is going to tie us up here in the first quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it, and he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
at midfield. He's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Ncaa26 have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Breaks into the open. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Quickly out to the tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Makes the grab on 3rd. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Ncaa26 have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Using his legs to buy some time. Makes the catch. Strong, firm tackle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Ncaa26 will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about punting.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's going for the big play. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Nice catch, just past the 1st down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
FIU set up with another 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. The Panthers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The shot that clears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
22 water. 22 water.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, shot to clear.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Got it set up on the outside. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. This time he's got it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Chanticleers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
He'll start this drive going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. It's a draw. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
That's reeled in. It's Terrell. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He rifles one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the shot to clear send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! setting up for the extra point and the tie. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad play at a bad time.
Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. to the ground to try to pick up the first. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And in that goal line situation, awesome job by the tight end, winning his one-on-one battle, making an easy target for his QB.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Throwing on the run. Pulls in the deep ball. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Making side adjustments here. Just keeps slinging it. Unleashes one. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's fourth and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but it depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky. They're up by 24 over UAB. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Handoff from the gun. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up the 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires on the move. Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The shot that clears with the 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal.
On set. Set, ready. On set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Hauls it in. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one.
Moves.
Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
2nd and goal for this offense.
Militaries.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Complete to start this drive. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Sets up the screen. There he goes. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Wants to keep it in the air. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Florida International. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
31 goes to Carolina, 27.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll start this drive with a pass. He wants a big play here late. He's got it down the left side.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The throw to the outside is complete.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job getting it to your running back, letting him get positive yards, and then let's get up to the ball quickly.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Steps away. Lets it fly. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Let's go. Let's put up.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
Ready up. Stick.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Phase 27, John.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Will take over. First and 10.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Wide open, he makes the catch. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.